to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I'm Kayfabe AJ.
I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. And tonight we're bringing you the Royal Rumble review. Royal Rumble 2021. We're finally on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So this honestly is one of like the favorite points of the year for me.
Me too. I think everybody loves the Rumble. Like the Rumble is just one of the gimmick matches for years that everybody look forward to the most out of the big four.
Yeah,
and this one didn't disappoint at all.
It's mainly because you never know. Like sometimes you have like an idea who might win, but you just really never know. And I feel like this one, especially towards the men's side, we'll get into that later. But I feel like that was like you would never know. I feel like for women, you kind of knew the trajectory of that, but it still was a great show. But let's start off with the kickoff. And I'm actually surprised this was on the pre-show, but you know, they had to have one on the pre-show. I think they should have just had the pre-show straight up talking interviews and just have this on the main card, honestly. But it was Charlotte Flair and Asuka versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So pretty much if you guys listened into our prediction show and our SmackDown review episode, you would have heard me make a prediction as to exactly how this match would go, and I was spot on. Every pretty much inch of the way with this match. Lacey Evans ends up interfering, causing distractions with Ric Flair. Ric Flair ends up handing her brass knuckles. I don't know if he really did, because when I looked at her hand, I couldn't see them.
Couldn't see really what it was in her hand, but while she was in the figure eight, she hit her, and it looked like it connected. Like
it looked like she rocked the hell out of her.
Yeah, like she couldn't protect her space. So
yeah, I don't know if it was knuckle dusters, brass knuckles, or you know, whatever it was in hand, but it did the job. Nia Jax ends up hitting a leg drop on Charlotte Flair for the pin after that. So Asuka and Charlotte are no longer the women's tag team champions, and I think we could both agree we're happy for that.
Yeah, that was a good call. Like that's what they needed. They didn't need the titles to begin with, and it was just a waste of time, my opinion. All that build up with Lana, the story going into that, and then Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose getting snubbed out. It was just too much, and there was no point. The chemistry. I'm not saying the chemistry as wrestlers was or between Charlotte and Asuka was not good. It was just like the story and the way they worked together. Then the Lacey Evans story came in the middle of what their title run, that which didn't have nothing to do with their tag titles. So this was the right call. You know what I mean? We can move forward from that.
Yeah, and I'm ready for them to move forward. And I didn't. The thing I was most scared of was that they were trying to go for like Asuka and Charlotte end up having the tag team, and then it splits to the rivalry, and they soak up, you know, the spotlight again. I don't mind them having their rematch and with Asuka winning at like a Mania, but I don't feel like now's the right time. Charlotte really hasn't earned anything on her return back. So the fact that she had the women's tag team championships at all since she returned was a big downer, especially when we had Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke get injured by the injured Nia Jax. And where is their tag team title match? We haven't had it since.
Exactly.
You know, the storyline heading into that pay-per-view was Mandy Rose and
Dana
and Dana
and originally Asuka and Lana. So here we are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not too mad about it.
Lana was getting, you know, the support of Mandy and Dana. She was involved in that storyline. Then they injured Mandy Rose for real. Then took Dana Brooke out the story. by storyline injuring her backstage. Lana gets the spotlight. She chooses Asuka. Then they storyline injure Lana and push Charlotte. Like she didn't deserve that spotlight at all.
On her
So
comeback match,
yeah,
but
we've been down on that situation since the moment it happened. So glad that they reversed that situation a month later. Not only that, Charlotte gets to go in a program with uh Lacey Evans,
and her
which
father.
could use someone like a Charlotte who's a seasoned, a veteran, could bring the best out of people. So I think their storyline's pretty interesting. Reminiscent of like the old Attitude Era storylines, stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's been decent so far.
right. So
But
I'll give the
yeah,
match a good. I'll give it a 7. It wasn't. It was a little. It was like a good 15 minutes. Like they had time in the ring. Both teams got good offense
I think
in.
it went about maybe 20 minutes because
Yeah, it
it was
was a little
about
while.
6:30. It was about 6:30 when they started.
Yeah, and they ended around like
And it,
650th,
yeah, it's
650ish.
6:50. A few minutes left to
Yeah,
start.
so they got some good time in. It was decent match, and it wasn't trash. It was what we wanted to happen, the ending, and it was what it was. I can't complain too much. You know what I mean? But that's what I really that was the right outcome. That was absolutely the right call on the booking for that match.
I agree. And speaking of the right call on booking, we can officially go on to the start of the Royal Rumble. And I was surprised that this match took this spot on the card. It was the first matchup, Drew McIntyre versus Bill Goldberg for the WWE Championship. So I'm here like, please,
I know we were like, yo,
please.
if Goldberg wins, we riot. I'm throwing my TV out the
I
window.
said if Goldberg wins, the pay-per-view is automatically a 5.
A 5, yep. We both said
Automatically a 5. Automatically.
automatic 5. I don't care if Stone Cold came out and won the Rumble. Like it's still a 5. Like
So obviously, with that being said, you know that Drew McIntyre retained the WWE Championship, and this was, Drew McIntyre is a wrestler that can actually wrestle, give you the technical match, give you the hard hitting match,
right.
and I feel like when they bring people around like Brock, like Goldberg, that they do, finishes, they make Drew McIntyre into that type of wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not necessarily a good thing all the time. In this situation, it did work. We all know Goldberg can't last 5 to 10 minutes in that ring.
Exactly.
So this was literally Claymore kick. It was actually before the match even started. Um, Drew ends up attacking Goldberg, spearing him.
Out the
Goldberg ends up spearing him back, throwing him out. They end up outside, ends up spearing him through the barricade,
yeah.
ends up back inside the ring. Claymore, spear, jackhammer, kick out, up, spear, I think it was. Then Claymore, it was over. Like,
It was like a good 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
was nervous though, because when he got speared into the barricade, and I guess he was overselling it. I'm like, oh shit. Like, here we go. He's
I
gonna get
mean,
back in the ring. Goldberg's gonna spear him again, put him night. Like I was already
like
nervous.
I get it. Like Goldberg is a legend in his own right. He's historic. I used to love Goldberg when I was younger in his
Sure.
time. Um, he shouldn't be used at this point. Like a show up appearance, a spear here, a jackhammer there, okay. Even a match here and there, a quick match. But for him to be taking championship opportunities, championship title spots, for
He
what?
was better off like doing a special
He's not
appearance
Brock
in the Rumble.
Lesnar.
Like he should have just did a special appearance in the Rumble. He didn't deserve this match. I thought the story was stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, you disrespecting the
No,
legend.
it wasn't that you thought. It was a stupid story.
Like it was, come on, and
Drew
he was better.
McIntyre spent the entirety of this year getting the respect and showing the respect of the legends, and the whole catalyst for this match was you show no respect to the legends.
And during that whole Legends night,
You missed the last
Drew,
5 pay-per-views, brother.
Drew was showing love to everybody. You kidding me? He was defending Ric Flair, Christian, and Big Show with the Rand. Like it didn't make no fucking sense.
Nothing,
I
no,
would have accepted more if Goldberg did a surprise entrance in the Rumble. Then I would have been okay. You know what I mean? But
Right.
for him to
And
challenge,
he could have stood. They could have hit him and showcased him for 15 minutes.
you feel me? I would have got mad at that. You know what I mean? He didn't
But
deserve no fucking title shot.
yeah, to put him in the situation, storyline was garbage. And the only thing that made sense out of it is the fact that Goldberg got about 5 appearances on the contract left. They want to use him. So, they're using him up in this way. Where does that leave him up to Mania? Is he going to have a match at Mania? What does that mean for the rest of the card if Goldberg is involved?
Right.
Hopefully he's not at Mania. I don't think we need him taking up a space. I think if a legend outside of Edge right now, who obviously declared for the Rumble,
Yeah.
and backstage, him and Orton are the 1 and 2 entrants. Besides him, every other legend that's come really didn't deserve whatever shine they came back to take.
But what makes him different is that when them other legends come back, they're not automatically just going for the title. Like when Edge
That's
really
not true. Brock comes back, title.
but he was well, nah, because he would disappear for like 3 months and come back and get challenged. But he was still popping up when he was needed. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Goldberg would just come back and boom, get a title shot. Like if
So far, the stat
Brock
going
Lesnar-
into this match was the fact that every time he's come back and challenged the champion, he's won it.
yeah.
So
that's
that
what
was
I'm
the
saying.
big looming thing over this too. Like, oh my god! And Drew McIntyre doesn't deserve to lose to Goldberg anyways.
Hell no, like
Not at this point. He
been
just
having
got
an
it back. They
amazing
put that
year.
official stamp. You're a star. You're a champion. You're gonna be here. They just put that stamp on him. The first reign was okay. Test the water. The second reign was no. He's here.
He's
You
officially
know.
here.
So
And
I
it's
don't
been
think he would deserve that loss anyways.
And it's been a clear year now because last year was with the Rumble with him and Brock. Was it last year, right? With Brock Lesnar, that he won the Rumble, kicked him out, and then he won the WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
It's a clear year that he's actually been putting prestige on that title. You know what I'm saying? That he made himself hot. He's been doing excellent work in this pandemic with no fans. I can imagine when fans come back, the cheers he's
They're
gonna
gonna eat it up. And WrestleMania is being rumored to actually have fans in Florida.
Yeah,
I'll be
so-
checking you out, brother. We might
he's
be
been,
going to Mania.
and he's been deserving it. I'm like I always say, like I felt like it was a little bit slow, his build with his preview. He had beef with Dolph. He challenged Bobby.
That wasn't a build. That was
But
them not knowing what to do with Drew.
I know, but
Once they started focusing
once
on Drew and in the right light, ran with it.
and then it was Randy Orton. The feud he had with Randy Orton was really what he heated up, and
Yeah.
the title really started to mean something with him on his shoulders. So I'm very proud of him. You know what I'm saying? Clear year, been on fire, and I'm glad that I'm so thank baby Jesus, yo.
For real.
Yo, because he had me nervous. I was kind of nervous.
That was the spot after the Goldberg spear and the jackhammer that I was like, fuck, it's over. Nobody kicks out of both the spear and the jackhammer
Jackhammer back to back, bro.
back to back. So, Goldberg put Drew over in a good way too. So shout out to Goldberg. It's not a knock. Like I said, he was one of my favorites back in the days, but earn something first.
He should have just been in the Rumble. He didn't deserve
Even
this
if
match.
he was gonna get dropped into this situation to have a championship match, then he should have at least had a decent storyline lined up and made sure that he protected his character and the integrity of the reason why he's even back.
I fully agree with that, brother.
That was my biggest issue.
I fully agree with that, bro. But yeah, I give it a 7 too. This was a 7 to me. It lasted longer than I thought. You know what I mean? It was like a good 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it was a decent opener, I guess.
We can't really expect Goldberg to go more than that.
I'm glad that they got that bullshit out the way. I ain't wanted to end the night like that. You feel me? So at least that they were like,
because I'm like, if they're gonna,
that was a good place.
upset me, at least upset me in the beginning so I could get over it.
Yeah, you feel me? Like get that bullshit out the way now. So I'm not too mad about that. What was next, brother?
So after the match, Goldberg actually, shows a sign of respect to Drew McIntyre. They both hug in the ring, and
Yeah.
he raises Drew's arm. So that was pretty dope.
That was dope. Yeah,
I
yeah. I
guess
forgot
Goldberg
about
didn't feel like. I guess he, if the storyline was I don't respect you, not you don't respect us.
yeah.
Like I
That
don't respect you. I think you're soft.
that would have
I
made
want to
more sense.
test you myself. The storyline would have been fire.
That would have made more sense, you know what I mean, as a build up. But
Maybe Goldberg just flubbed his lines and fucked it up. He's not a good speaker.
nah, man, nah. Cause the way it happened was all the legends was out praising him, and then he just comes out, you know what I mean, and presses him. So I don't think he fucked up the lines. That's what he was told to say.
Yeah.
My, so
So next up, we have the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, Sasha Banks versus Carmella. So this one actually took up a lot of time too.
yeah, this was a good.
Um,
This was
Actually a really good match between the two. I'm loving Carmella, in her situation as a heel,
yeah. She's
and
she's
she's really come into her own, and just the mannerisms and the things she's doing, kind of like how Roman Reigns, is talking shit while he's
while she's
fighting,
wrestling. Yeah,
and the facial expression, she's doing that too. So I'm really liking that aspect of her character,
she's
and
really growing into this new character she changed into. You know what I mean? She's not the fabulous money Carmella now. Now she's super swaggy diva. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Like this is a totally different look for her. And of course, she has the in-ring ability to back it up. So that I never,
that's what I was gonna say. Like a lot of people sleep on Carmella,
yeah,
but she actually is really good in the ring, and I think she's picked up a little bit more recently. Like
yeah,
she knows who she is more.
yeah. I think she took a little break. I guess she went back into training a little better. And you could tell now, like she's on the top of her game. And then with this new character, she's really on fire right now. I like it. I think this story should continue to go. My opinion, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? We know who won the women's shit. We're gonna talk about that later. But I still want Carmella in the mix because she's been really great at this role. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So obviously Sasha Banks is the winner, still women's
Shout
champion.
out her ring gear. You know what I mean? The Louis
Yo,
V.
for real, she was killing. I'm like, is that Louis V?
Shout out her ring
She had
gear.
the Louis Vuitton kick pads,
Hell
little
yeah.
stitching on her trunks.
Fire.
The top was all Louis V, brown and white, cool
Swaggy.
combination. Shout out to her husband actually, because
Yeah, he be
her
styling.
husband makes all her gear.
Yeah, he be styling her for real. And
So
that one looked at fire.
obviously that's his wife, so he's gonna save the best for her. But she, it was like the first time I saw Mrs. Gear, and I'm like, this man is wearing Prada's.
Yeah.
Guy's wrestling in Prada shoes, like in Prada sneakers.
Yeah.
Like, yo, those are official. Like those little details. Like you're like, oh, okay. It's
So
like Ric
good looking
Flair back in
fire.
the
Like,
days with his suits and alligator shoes. Like those little details really do make the character.
yeah, I like that because usually sometimes she be having like little rhinestones or shit like that. She was just straight swaggy. I like the new
And she
ring.
had like the little glitter pattern in it too.
Yeah, but
But
it was
Louis V all over. That was pretty dope.
it worked. It worked for it. And you know what I mean? That was dope. That was
So,
dope. So shout out her ring gear, you know what I mean? But she takes the match. I thought this was like a 7.5. Carmella got a lot of offense in. I thought Carmella was gonna take it. Like when she put what's her submission move, the neck choke thing. I keep
forgot
forgetting.
what she calls it.
But that shit,
But
yo, that shit look
it's like the
devastating.
leg is she does that thing with her leg and like,
Yeah, like yo,
does
that shit look like that shit could really choke
see if
you.
they mentioned what her finish move
Like
is.
it looked like that shit could really choke you out for real. Like if I was to put you in that shit, I'd probably put you to sleep for real in that shit. That should look crazy. I like it though. That's a dope submission for her. So
Yeah.
when she put her in it, I thought she was gonna take it right there. I'm like, oh shit, she caught her right in the middle of the ring too. But dope match, 7.5.
And there was a point when she even tied Sasha Banks' hair to the ropes and started whooping her
Yeah,
ass.
that
Like
was crazy too.
they, that's what I like. Turn that heel up. Like, and Carmella always had it. I loved when she was when she used to say Mella's money,
Hella money, yeah. When she won
walking
the money,
around with James Ellsworth and all that. But I will say Reginald is a definite upgrade from James Ellsworth as a
yeah,
manager. I'm really enjoying Reginald,
yeah.
and
Being like the
I'm eager to
butler
see him.
type. He's like the butler type. You know what I mean? She got like her own Jeffrey. That's her Jeffrey right there. So dope, man. I like where Mella's going. I'm interested. Like, you know what I mean? I hope they keep that story going. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Because Mella's really coming into her own with this new character. I like it a lot.
So next up we got like a little backstage segment. We see Xavier Woods um pretty much meeting up with Big E, a little New Day reunion backstage. And
Yeah.
these guys got matching attire. So it's like I admire the fact that they're like, we're not breaking up. Like
Yeah.
we're representing New Day whatever brand.
Well, you saw what was
You're
on
in.
the attire though? They had the Brody Lee. When
I didn't
Xavier
see
turned around, when Xavier turned around and showed his cape, it was Brody Lee. It had like 3 pictures of Brody Lee, and then both of them, Big E and Kofi, had like Brody Lee things on the side of their legs. It was
I
for
didn't
Brody.
even peep that detail.
Go back, bro. Go
Damn, I
back.
need to. Yeah, I definitely want to go back and check that out now. But that
For
made me
Brody,
appreciate it a little bit more now.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
I can appreciate the fact that because it's different. You know, at first I was like, "Fuck," I just want him to completely separate from the New Day, and he's been doing that.
Perkins still.
He's still, yeah, he's still.
Still a
Them
little.
dudes bring the pancakes out of him, man.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods and Kofi
Yo, why
Kingston,
they always on some breakfast shit, bro? Like,
it's the wholesome meal of the day, I guess.
shout out Kofi. He looked like he looks good right now too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know he got his jaw broken, so I guess his
Yeah.
shit is still wired. But at least he could talk. He's back. They put him on TV. I know he wasn't in the match. He's not medically cleared, but I'm glad we got to get to see him pop up with his team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we had Sami Zayn pretty much interfering in that and
My
mocking,
dude.
making
Yo,
fun of Kofi Kingston.
justice for Sammy, bro.
And he's
That's my
wearing
dude.
that "I am the real Intercontinental Champion" shirt. This
Yo,
guy's
I love Sammy, man. I love this little complaining Sammy, bro. He's hilarious, man.
so next up we get the guest performance, the guest celebrity for the Royal Rumble, Bad Bunny, and for the haters, I will not be accepting any Bad Bunny slander.
Nope.
He's one of the Rican goats, and you will put some respect on Bad Bunny's name.
Dope performance.
Oh, with that
Yo,
being
what's up with
said,
Big T? Like he was just standing there militant, like at least in the video, he was dancing. Like, why he ain't dancing nothing and do this
I mean,
shit?
he was standing militant in the video, and that like at certain points, camera cuts, he would do the dance.
Like, come on, bro. Like, just start dancing with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That buddy skipping around him while he performing. He just like, what the fuck? Whatever.
I mean,
But,
it's part of the character. They were trying to, give us the video and stuff. A lot
yeah.
of people started complaining that on like some of the boards that Bad Bunny
Yeah, I was seeing
got to stop.
everybody like, yo, get Bad Bunny out of here. This shit is a waste of time. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so
I was
what?
it a waste of time. This guy is a megastar.
Like, come
Whether
on,
you
man.
like his music or not, he's a megastar. People got to put it in perspective. Spanish
These
music,
dudes
there are more
perform
Spanish
WrestleMania.
speaking countries than English ones.
Yeah.
So he makes money worldwide. Not only that, he blew up in America, a bunch of
He's out
features.
here.
And people gotta at least respect that this guy grew up loving wrestling and he puts that in his music.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
brought Ric Flair a few years ago. Ric Flair was in his music video. He was shouting out Ric Flair doing the woo on his songs, carrying the championship, had Ric Flair in the whole video.
Yeah.
I like that. One of his other videos, he has the Latino Eddie Guerrero shirt, repping the business.
Yeah, he
Anytime, and this is
he's a
before
huge wrestling fan. He's a huge wrestling fan.
this is before he had any involvement with WWE, before anything. Like
Yeah.
he did this on his own. He showed his love for the business before he ever had a conversation with WWE. He gets his chance to perform. We got to see Booker T in a way that we never really get to see.
Yeah.
Suited up.
And you know what's crazy?
Bro kind of look.
And you know what's crazy? It's not like this is not something new that they never done before. They had performances all the time on paper, especially WrestleMania. They had they had Kid Rock perform. They had Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit perform. They had Flo Rida and Pitbull perform.
You know
Like
what? Honestly, you know why I feel like people are hating for the most part?
it's because
Either
he was
one,
rapping in Spanish.
main reason. Main reason, because you don't understand the words. For the listeners and the viewers who were hating on that, the whole song is about the fact that he feels like he's in his prime, he's at his peak, and he compares his career to being a champion like Booker T.
Yeah,
Paying homage to a legend, putting WWE and putting wrestling in
yeah.
the spotlight, probably shedding light and
Bringing the
giving viewers
Latino casual fans over. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly,
bringing more eyes to the
exactly,
product doing that.
exactly.
Like
So
wake up, y'all.
full respect to Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
And
that was
for the
dope.
other people who do understand Spanish, it's probably not your cup of tea. You don't like that type of music.
Yeah,
But at the end of
but
the
it is
day,
what it is.
if you're into that type of music, Bad Bunny's one of the goats right now.
Yeah,
So
he is. He's on fire.
give him some respect. I definitely respected it. Like I said, anytime a fan, especially a fan that has his own fame, has his own notoriety, and unselfishly puts the business over,
You got our respect. You got our
mad
respect
respect. Mad respect, coach.
automatically. So I
Hats
don't
off
know why
to
y'all was
Bad Bunny.
tripping. They done this millions of times. All the like a lot of people always performed at either WrestleMania. There's like probably like I think it's like the first time I seen it at a Rumble. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
usually
think
see it.
so too. I
I
can't
usually
recall
would
ever
see
seeing
that
it
at
though.
WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? But this was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope performance. But
What I felt should have happened though, I felt like Booker T should have came out in the Rumble and he should have performed um
for his
Booker
entrance music,
T for his entrance. But what ends up transpiring later on in the show, I did like.
yeah,
So we'll get to that.
we'll get to that later. But this was dope. You know what I mean? This was
Yeah.
dope. Shout
So
out to Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? Shout out.
yeah, shout out to Bad Bunny. And one of the stupid things that I saw on one of the boards was, oh, look at him. He can't even perform. He had to stop and take a breath. Um, idiot. It's it,
Part of,
it's literally a part of the song.
a part of the song.
It's literally a part of the song.
Y'all just trying to find anything to hate on him because y'all don't like his music, which is fine. But come on, that's part of the song. Relax. I
Yeah.
just didn't like that Booker T was just standing there the whole, and then he wants to, can you dig it, sucker? And then that's it. Like at least
That's
do
how
it.
the song ends though. And
I know, but could do at least like a two-step or something, Booker T. Come
you should
on,
have
bro.
spin the Rooney shit.
But yeah, give us a spin of Rooney, bro. Like
You should have said, "Can you dig it, sucker?" And
and
then
then a spin of Rooney, you know what I
get
mean?
Bad
But
Bunny to do a spin of Rooney with him.
it was dope though. It was dope. You know what I mean? I wasn't like that was dope. You know what I mean?
I like it. I mean,
Yeah, I did.
we also gotta understand zero fans. Zero fans. Performers like Bad Bunny, musicians in general, artists, a lot of them thrive off of fans. It's just like wrestling. A lot
Yeah,
of these guys had a struggle, and a lot of people got exposed in the pandemic era.
yeah,
You know,
facts.
not being able to maneuver without crowds and stuff like that. You know, so you got to also give him credit for that. No energy outside of what he's putting out.
Yeah,
You feel me? So hats off
yeah.
to
Salute to
Bad Bunny. It was
I mean,
definitely a
that was
good
dope. That
performance.
was dope. That was something new to I don't think I ever seen it at a Rumble, but that was
Yeah.
dope.
So
Crap show, I guess.
before we move on, let's take a quick break to our sponsors. The people who keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue
This
train
our song. We got to throw
moving.
this our song on the pork chop. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We gotta let them put the song on this. So we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. We left off with Bad Bunny's performance. So yeah, we're trying to get rid of the haters on that segment. But next up, which to me was the highlight of the night for me, the women's Royal Rumble. So this, oh my God, it's a lot
Got a lot to cover, yo.
a lot to unpack on this one. So
Um,
actually have the list of the entrants, so we can probably go down the list and just touch on a few spots for each person, and then it will go through the list of order of elimination. So
Okay.
the Women's Royal Rumble starts off with entrant number 1 being Bailey, and then the second entrant was Naomi, returning
Turn.
returning Naomi. So that was a surprise. Uh, she's been drafted to Raw months ago.
Nah, SmackDown, I think, right?
No,
Oh no,
she's
she got drafted to Raw. You're right.
got drafted to Raw.
Okay.
Separated from her husband, who's on SmackDown. Technically separated because he hasn't been on SmackDown either due to injury. But so she returns. She personally had a great showing. Obviously, down the line, she had a spot with the number 3 entrant, Bianca Belair. She had a crazy spot with her where I forgot who exactly threw her out the ring, but she landed on her back with her
Yeah,
in the air.
I think it was Bianca herself that did it, and then
Was it?
yeah, I think Bianca did it herself, and then she landed on her back, kept her feet up. She tumbles back into the ring, grabs Bianca's hair to get her footing back right. Bianca's over here about to fall out herself. Like that shit was crazy.
So she ends up back first on the outside. So she's trying to figure out how the hell to get back in, and she looks like a roach.
Yeah, like
Legs up. She's like, fuck, like, how am I gonna figure this out? All of a sudden, Bianca Belair struggling with somebody on the ropes, and she kind of like tries to whip her hair out.
yeah,
Hair ends up landing on the outside as long as it is, and Naomi uses it as like a rope to like
yeah,
try to position her feet, turn her over and position her feet back on the ring. So her feet are back on the ropes.
yeah.
She uses the hair to drag herself back up. So
That was
now,
crazy.
while she's dragging herself up, she's pulling Bianca out
Yeah,
by the
herself.
hair. So they both end up in a position where they're both about to slip out to
Yeah,
the outside.
they hanging off the side of the apron under the ropes
And
off their legs.
they both got their feet on the apron. So they're like, okay, all right, let's do this together. They even
Yeah,
held hands. Like, let's do this together. They start like swinging back and forth, end up swinging themselves back on the apron into the ring. So I did love that spot.
that was a dope
And
spot.
during the spot when she was actually pulling her hair, I love the fact that Bianca was like, give her the bitch. Like it started like beating her down and really like laying in shots. That's one thing I want to say too. Tonight, the women's rumble, the men's rumble, it really stiff shots. Everybody,
A lot of moves was crazy.
everybody was going all out for this rumble. I think they really tried to show and prove this is the first Royal Rumble in the pandemic era. You
Yeah,
know, last year's Royal Rumble was the last pay-per-view event
with a live crowd.
in a crowd. So, you know, they try to go in all out. So and they did, they succeeded. So that was a good spot for Naomi and Bianca Belair. They will continue on. You know, that was later on in the match, that spot. But number 4, which is my favorite, one of my favorite people right now, Billy Kay. Oh my God, yo, Billy Kay. First of all, she doesn't even enter the ring. She goes to
Right to
commentary.
commentary.
The next couple entrants, she's in the commentary, gracing us with her amazing presence and commentary skills. The funniest thing though, every time a new entrant will come, she will run up to them. Wait.
Let's
Pull
be
out the
best friends.
resume and like, let's team up. Let's team up, right? So number 5 entrant, surprise from NXT, Shotzi Blackheart.
Salute.
She had a decent showing in there for about 15 minutes, but ends up
She was
eliminated.
the first elimination, man. I was tight about that. I'm like, damn, they could have showcased my girl Shotzi a little longer. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that she did make an appearance, but she was the first girl eliminated through the
Yep.
match. And I was that broke my heart, man. I was about to cry.
Yeah.
I was in my
Then
feelings.
we have Shayna Baszler at number 6. She ended up in the Rumble for a good amount of time.
She was in there for a while.
Number 7 was another surprise entrant from NXT, Tony
My wife.
Storm.
That's my wife. Everybody leave hands off her. Don't DM her.
Tony Storm had a decent showing. She was in there for a pretty decent amount of time herself.
Yeah.
Had a few fights with a couple of people in there. Number 8, big surprise. Haven't seen her in years. And well, let's rewind, right? Because Shotzi comes out in her tank or whatever. Billy Kay's still on commentary. Number 6 was Shayna Baszler. She offers her services to team up with Shayna Baszler. Shayna repeats her spot from last year and throws Billy Kay into the barricade.
Yeah.
The next person to come out, Tony Storm. She offers her services to Tony Storm. Tony gives her the like, what the hell's wrong with you? Look, ignores her. When Jillian comes out at number 8,
Jillian Hall.
she's like, we could be a team. We could team up. It could be Jilly and Billy.
Jilly said, I love it. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo.
She's like, I love it. She came out singing as horribly as she could.
Like she used to do her stitch.
I really didn't expect this. You know, she didn't even come.
Yo, she looked good, man. Like I was thinking that same shit. She looked good, and I was surprised that I guess she improved from these years of being gone. Like she was actually doing great wrestling moves in the ring. She got a lot of offense in, and she was doing great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not denying like back in the day she was trash, but she looked better than I ever seen before.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it could also be that we haven't seen her in so long, so just seeing her in this gimmick,
the nostalgia
fact. It worked. It was really good. She lasted not super long, but she was in there for a little bit.
Yeah, like a good couple of rounds.
But she was the only one to accept Billy Kay's proposal. They both enter the ring, initially helping each other. Then, that's how Billy Kay enters the match officially. Yeah. Next up at number 9 was Ruby Riott. I really can't say much. I didn't really see too many great spots or standout spots, in my opinion, for Ruby Riott. But the next pick, number 10, we didn't think about her. Legend Victoria making her return to the Royal Rumble still looks good.
Wow. Yeah,
and this was surprising for the fact that Victoria is retired. Last year was officially the last year that she was going to be wrestling. So the fact that she came back and made this appearance completely unexpected
blew me away. And she looked good too. Like she was in there, she was hitting them all. She looked this strong. Like they booked her strong in the beginning for a little while. I think she caught an elimination. We'll get to that later. I might be
not only that. She got to show the number 11, the next pick, Peyton Royce, how to really do the finish move.
For real.
And, I forgot what they called it, the Black Widow, I think she calls it.
Yeah, the Black Widow.
Ends up hitting the Black Widow on Peyton Royce because Peyton Royce has a similar move. Yeah. Next up, we have number 12, someone that I didn't really know who she was, Santana Garrett.
Yeah, she's from NXT. She's part of that Dusty Classic tag team right now. But
she looked good though. She looked impressive.
I'm not too there with her yet. I need to do more homework on her, but she did do very, very well in her showing here.
Yeah, she ended up doing a split, which I was like, oh shit, she could do a split, and then boom, elimination. But the little bit I did see of her, I did enjoy.
Yeah, she was dope.
So next up, we got Liv Morgan. So we have some Riot Squad action, both of them in the ring at the same time.
She saved Ruby Riott because Ruby was about to get eliminated, and she comes out and she kicks whoever's I forgot who it was, and then she saved Ruby. Billy Kay and Jillian try to attack them because they turn her down. You know,
we had a funny spot with all of them pretty much because we have Peyton Royce and we have Billy Kay in the ring. Then we have Ruby Riott in the ring. So Billy goes, iconic, and Peyton does it, and then Billy Kay's like about to do it, and then she looks at Ruby and is like,
what do I do? What do I do?
Like, am I iconic or like am I still trying to be with you on SmackDown? So am I
Yeah,
right?
that was
Spot
enough.
on.
Yo, Billy Kay was entertaining the whole night, man. Like
Yo, anytime I see Billy Kay, it
her little new shit is cringe, but funny cringe, man. Like I like it.
yeah,
I'm so
she's always
I
been
like I said,
funny cringe.
like I said, I gotta get used to it, man. So I get it's going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime I see Billy Kay on the screen, she literally makes me smile. Like I enjoy every
Yeah,
time I see her.
she's entertaining as fuck, man. I like what she's doing.
Next up, we have Rhea Ripley making a surprise entrance to the Rumble. That's somebody I did call out in
Yeah,
the
you did.
prediction
You did
show
predict
that
that.
I actually thought maybe she'd be the dark horse, I believe, to probably
To
win.
take it. Yeah, to take it. I think that was your dark horse pick.
Next up, we have Charlotte Flair, who ends up from 15 all the way to the final 3.
I was like, why? No. I saw her and my heart dropped. I'm like, here we go. She's gonna take it again.
She got screwed earlier in the night, out of her tag team title.
Well, yeah.
From Lacey Evans, so she had a second chance opportunity here. We have Dana Brooke, number 16. Don't have too many memorable things about Dana Brooke's appearance.
Yeah.
Number 17 is surprise legend Tori Wilson. Again, outside of seeing Tori and admiring at how good she still looks at this age, and she actually was going for the most part. I didn't really see too many big spots when it came to Tori Wilson.
Shout out though, like she's been coming to like every Rumble, right? Like she did a surprise entrance in all 3 of them, right?
I think she's been in most of the Rumbles. She did appearance at Evolution, the only women's people.
So like
anytime the women are kind of making history, and she does come back and show love.
Yeah, so I gotta did she ain't make the Hall of Fame yet? Like, what are we doing with her? Like,
yeah, she did.
Yeah, so like she's deserving. You know what I'm saying?
She made the Hall of Fame. The sad thing was I think the weekend that she got inducted to the Hall of Fame, her father ended up passing away. So she was giving that speech like the weekend of his death. So very emotional. A lot of respect for Tori Wilson that night.
You know what I mean? She still look good. She's still athletic. She still got the body, the shape, the you know what I mean? Still a beautiful woman. She doesn't look like she doesn't age for shit, man. God bless her. And like I think this is like her 3rd run, yo. Like I gotta give her props on that. She's been coming in.
She shows up. She shows up.
So salute to her, man. God bless that woman.
Next up, we have Lacey Evans, and I gotta say, Lacey got her ass whooped the entire time she was in that Rumble. It was memorable because it wasn't just Charlotte. Charlotte whooped that ass, but it wasn't just Charlotte.
She was getting stiff shots.
They were whooping her out.
They were stiff shotting her too. I think I don't know who it was. I think it was Victoria. Like she caught her in the corner and like smacked fire out her. Like it was like a chop, but it was like a crazy chop.
Yeah.
Like Victoria smacked the shit out of her. Like
they were not playing any games.
They was stiffing the shit out of Lacey for some reason. Like she pissed off somebody back there.
I mean, she's in a good position right now too, but I'm telling you, there was stiff shotting all night.
Yeah, there was a lot of stiff shots, especially in the women's.
We end up at 19 with Mickie James, and she had a nice little spot with Charlotte Flair, and she's like, I've been waiting for this moment to be toe to toe with you. So they had a good little
back and forth
between each other. Then we had at number 20 Nikki Cross, new music, not digging it, but looking like crazy Nikki coming in, super excited.
Yeah, she caught a bulldog on Tori. I think that shit looked hard. Like she didn't protect herself when she dropped. I think it was Tori. I'm not sure. She caught a crazy bulldog on her. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, she ended up kind of knocking everybody down, getting her moves off.
Yeah, she got some
dominant spot.
Yo, Rhea Ripley, man. The way she eliminated her, bro. I think she choke slammed her on the apron outside, man. That shit, I felt that one. Rhea Ripley eliminated 2 people. She eliminated Nikki Cross and she eliminated Dana Brooke. And both of them eliminations looked crazy, bro. Crazy. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn. But you know what I mean? Salute. At least Nikki got some sort of offense off. You know what I mean? That's my girl right there. I love Nikki.
So at 21, we got technically legend Alicia Fox. That was a waste to pick. I'm sorry.
Yo, what the fuck happened, bro? So she comes out, and then your boy R-Truth comes out.
I guess for the crazy factor of her character, mixing it in with R-Truth.
And she was like, yo, wrong Rumble. He was like, oh shit, this is the wrong Rumble. This is the wrong Rumble.
Yeah. Yo, he's retarded, bro. ends up using the women as body
to help him
shields.
eliminate everybody that was chasing them.
Yeah, yo, using Alicia Fox as a shield, and then
Alicia Fox
having the men interfere in the Rumble. He ends up getting rolled up by Alicia Fox.
She takes the belt.
So Alicia Fox ends up being the women's champion.
And then re-eliminates her.
24/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 North, I-95 South,
European
champion, European Intercontinental champion. For a few minutes, we end up, when she ends up getting eliminated, R-Truth is still down on the side, ends up rolling her up, pulling off another. What is this, like 100?
He's like, the GOAT, like 59, 60. We don't even, I lost count, bro.
Right.
I lost count.
Ends up getting the belt back.
Everybody starts chasing him again, and then Alicia Fox starts chasing him too. I was dying, so I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, he's retarded, bro.
It was a wasted number because we know like she's not gonna contribute much. She's never been really too gifted in the ring.
Yeah, you can't take her serious when we see her.
Can't really take her serious when we see her. But I did enjoy the comedy of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this was actually cool. You know what I mean? With R-Truth, it made it more better and it makes more sense because like she was like that's type of her lane. So I wasn't tripping too much.
But we kind of instantly knew, okay, wasted spot. We know she's not doing
that was a waste of a slot.
She's not gonna do anything significant, but the comedy aspect I enjoyed.
Yeah, I wasn't tripping too much.
Next up, 22, Mandy Rose. Didn't really see too many big spots for Mandy.
She caught what's her name with what's that double arm drop she does? She caught Mickey James with that shit. You know what I mean? So that was
did look good, but that was the only thing.
You know what I mean? So she did catch her finisher off, which I'm not tripping too much about. She caught Mickey with that.
We end up getting 23 is Dakota Kai, so some more NXT action.
That's my peoples right there.
24 was Carmella, of course, with Reginald, in tow, and she got eliminated like 3 times. Reginald caught her, put her back in the ring.
Kept saving her.
We end up seeing Carmella get eliminated finally by number 25, which was Tamina. Ends up seeing Reginald save her for the last time. He's carrying her. She has a super kicking Reginald and dropping Carmella's feet on the ground.
Yo, that super kick looked crazy though. Like the way he sold that bump.
He's selling for the women perfect.
Yeah, like, that looked devastating, that super kick. Like, god damn, she took his head off with that shit.
So at number 26, a surprise return in Lana, who really I even thought, hey, is this gonna be the underdog story? Like,
I was happy. I was like, yeah, let's go Rusev Day again.
I was happy for Lana too.
You know what I mean?
27. This is where the controversy kicks in for me. 27 is usually an ominous number. A lot of people have won for the 27th spot. Yeah. Alexa Bliss. I love Alexa Bliss. I love her story. I love what they're doing with her. I do not love the fact that she comes into the ring. Everybody starts jumping her. We finally see the lights flicker. She's about to turn. She gets up. She does a slow rise.
And then Rhea Ripley eliminates her, bro.
Come on. We wanted to see some type of dominant.
She didn't even get no offense off, bro. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was tight. I was like, okay. Because this was my pick. This was my pick, bro. I think this was both of our picks. Like, she was in the top 3. And she was in there for less than like a fucking minute, bro.
Our top 3 was her, Bailey, Bianca, and Dark Horse. Dark Horse Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I was like, damn, man, like less than a minute. They jumped the shit out of her. She was about to turn, and then Rhea just gets her the fuck out of there. And then what it even makes it worse is the camera ain't even show her on the ground or her leaving or
Right.
tripping. Like,
It was just
they
like
just
she's gone.
continued. Yeah, they
So,
continued with the match. They did not even show her after the elimination. Usually they would do that too. They didn't even do that. So I was like, damn, like I wanted to see her mad outside the ring or
the
something.
only reason I forgive it is because with a character like the Fiend, you don't want to do certain things that might, bury the character. So, right before she got dominant, I could see why they did it like that. I personally just wanted to see her dominate. I wanted to see her, her antics, maybe a little bit of cinematic Royal Rumble.
Yeah, something. But I hope this means that they're gonna continue the story with her and Oscar then. You know what I'm saying? Because Bianca won it, so Bianca could keep it with Sasha and Oscar still have somebody challenging her right now. You know what I mean? They could keep that story going. So I'm not tripping too much.
After Alexa, we get
too much.
Yeah. After Alexa, we get Ember Moon, and
my girl is back.
The only thing I was like, hit your finish and get out. I already know you're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, she hit
the finish and get out. So what she did, she hit her finish,
hit 3 clips on somebody,
and then eventually got out.
I'm saying
number 29 is Nia Jax, and number 30 is Natalia. So at 29, Nia Jax, there was still a lot of people in the ring. We had a good segment between her and Shayna Baszler and Tamina, where her and Shayna, teamed up, started attacking all the women, and then when Tamina started, face to face, she's like, "This is family. Like, I can't." Yeah. Then ends up eliminating Tamina with Shayna Baszler. Then ends up turning on Shayna Baszler. Like, I'm sorry, but it was it was a cool spot. Natalia, unfortunately, I feel like it was a wasted spot.
Hold on. We're not gonna get there yet because this is what was crazy was after she eliminated Tamina, my girl Lana straight smacked the shit out of her. She ate it.
Oh yeah, she did.
She smacked her twice and then she ran away. So she's chasing her around the ring. She's chasing her around the ring. She gets back in the ring. Lana hits her again, and then I guess she's about to attack her, and then Lana eliminates her.
Yeah, holds on the ropes, and she ends up with her own.
I was so happy. I was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
I need some type of redemption for Lana.
Yeah, and then Natalia came out, and then they beat the shit out of Natalia. You know what I mean? Outside the ring, Shayna and
don't treat Natalia.
There's no respect, bro. No respect.
And I was pissed off. I was like, fuck.
No respect.
Like, overall, great Rumble though. Had me jumping out the edge of my seat. Had me, there was moments I was
the final minute. The final minutes between.
Let's run through the eliminations. Let's run through the eliminations. So, the first elimination was Shotzi Blackheart, eliminated by Shayna Baszler. Jillian Hall, eliminated by Billie Kay. Billie Kay, eliminated by Liv Morgan. Toni Storm is eliminated by Rhea Ripley.
I got me tight too.
Victoria, eliminated by Baszler. Santana Garrett, eliminated by Ripley. Ruby Riott, eliminated Bayley. So we're probably going to see something happen out of that.
Hopefully.
Liv Morgan, eliminated by Peyton Royce. Dana Brooke, eliminated by Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley so far all over this. Peyton Royce, eliminated by Charlotte. Tori, eliminated by Baszler. Baszler was attacking most of the legends. Alicia, eliminated by Mandy Rose. Mickey, eliminated by Lacey Evans. Dakota Kai, eliminated by Rhea Ripley. Mandy Rose, eliminated by Rhea Ripley. Nikki Cross, eliminated by Carmella.
Oh, by Carmella? I thought that was Rhea. Okay.
Carmella eliminated after Reginald dropped her.
I could say Tamina.
Tamina helped that.
You know what I mean? Tamina. So I would count that on Tamina.
Alexa Bliss eliminated by Rhea Ripley.
Everybody. I'm going to say, but technically everybody.
Yeah. Lacey Evans eliminated by Baszler. Ember Moon eliminated by Jax. Naomi eliminated by Shayna and Jax. Tamina eliminated by Shayna and Jax. Shayna eliminated by Jax. Nia Jax eliminated by Lana.
Let's go.
Lana eliminated by Natalia. Natalia eliminated by Bianca. Then we get to the final three, which ended up having some of our picks, Bianca and our dark horse pick, Rhea Ripley, with Charlotte Flair.
No, but before you get into the eliminations, though, this ending was actually fire. The way they kept all three of them, the way they were, the storytelling, they were fighting back and forth and things of that nature. But then they both jumped Charlotte because they were like, "Yo, we gotta get her the fuck out of here." She, you know what I mean? Like, we sick of her shit. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte was trying to fight back. They finally was able to get her eliminated because she was like, they threw her over the rope. She was still hanging onto the apron. Rhea was trying to hit her. She was still hanging on. Um, um, Bianca was trying to hit her. She was still hanging on. It took like a good 3-4 hits until they finally knocked her off. Charlotte with a sick smile at the end. Like,
yeah, I like that. I like that.
I hope that
That's
means
the
that
one thing, you know. And I was saying that I had focus over his girlfriend over, and I'm like, we're like, fuck, not Charlotte, not Charlotte. I'm like, you know what? I don't want her to win, but as much as we don't want her to win, she's amazing. Like in the role she's playing right now, she, you know, had us like, no, please. And then, you know, the look, the theatrics of it all, she brings the best out of people. You know,
she is.
I really did enjoy the ending to this.
Yeah, definitely.
But Charlotte ends up getting eliminated by Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're given the devilish grin afterwards. Then we get Rhea Ripley eliminated by the winner of the Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair.
But their back and forth was good too. You know what I'm saying? I think there
was man. They had like 4 to 5 like fake finishes, like they were about to get eliminated before Bianca actually did it.
There was even one spot where they both was like hanging off the outside, and then Rhea was like, "Okay, let's chill, let's back in the ring." Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's square up all over again. Like that shit was fire. You know what I mean? Storytelling.
I you know, this is already what 2-3 years in a row the women take the Rumble.
Yeah, and yo, definitely well deserved. It was either them two. You know what I mean? Both of them deserved the win. But Bianca, I saw a stat on Twitter earlier that she's the first African American woman to headline on WrestleMania for the title. So
not true. That's not true.
So who was it? Jazz, right?
Sasha Banks and Jazz.
I know. So maybe I'm tripping. Well, I gotta see the stat again. It was something like that.
I think we forget her impact. Jazz was definitely WrestleMania 18 versus Trish Stratus.
So I gotta see the stat. Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a crazy stat I saw about something like that.
So while you look for that, basically,
salute to her, man.
At the end of the Royal Rumble, we get Kayla pretty much come out and interview Bianca Belair and got on the truth. That shit made me teary-eyed a little bit. And that will be one of 2 times I get a little misty in the eyes. You know, I'm not crying, you're crying. So who's cutting onions in here? But you know, good speech, you know, celebrate herself, shouted out her husband, shouted out her mom
and her father.
You know, it was a big moment for women, or a big moment for African American women especially, and it's a good look for Bianca. She been putting in work. Man. She's been putting in work, and she's been a standout and a real shining example of the women's division.
Oh, this is the stat.
A long time.
Not to cut you off. Bianca Belair is the first African American wrestler to win the Royal Rumble since The Rock in 2000. That's 20 years. That was the stat.
To win the actual Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's the stat. My bad.
Wow, damn. African American wrestler
to win the
Royal Rumble.
The Rock in 2000.
Man, that's pretty fucking telling, man.
Yeah, that's the stat. My bad, I fucked it up, but I knew it was something like
that. That's a good little stat to
stat. 21 years, actually, 21 years. You know, feel me? So that's dope. You know what I mean? Salute to Belair. Yo, well deserved. She had an amazing year since she been called up. You feel me? She's been having amazing. Did she win the title down at NXT?
Never.
Like,
She's
damn,
never been champion. She hasn't held the singles belt yet.
damn, they missed their shot right there. Like,
She's about to get it. She has a well-deserved WrestleMania shot with the champion of her choice. So I'm thinking she's gonna go after the boss.
yeah, and that would be a dope match. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing her and Sasha. They would tear it down.
Sasha will bring out the best of her. So
Yeah,
I think
they will have a fire match. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Salute
so.
to Bianca Belair. Congratulations. You know what I mean? You deserve it, girl.
Yeah. So next up, we get a little backstage action with the Miz and Morrison. Pressing Bad Bunny to collaborate. Bad Bunny pretty much denies him. Miz ends up talking a lot of shit about Booker T. Booker T ends up showing up behind them, which ends up obviously scaring off Morrison.
Morrison did like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah. Ends up leaving Miz looking scared and like ends up embarrassed.
He said, I know you did not say that. I know you did not say that. And then the Miz like.
And then as soon as Booker T and Bad Bunny slammed the door in his face, that's when Morrison decides to pop his head back in.
Come back in like, yo, we gotta go. Let's bounce. Yo.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out
That
of here.
was funny. But next up, we have the reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion of the world, the head of the table, and your tribal chief, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. You got to say it every time.
Yeah. But we should come back to it, bro. We only got like 6 minutes of showing, I think.
We good. We can run through this.
All right.
So I just want to say they did everything you can freaking possibly think of in this match.
This match was ridiculous, bro. Wow. Like, I was stunned through the whole match. The shit talking, the psychology between both of them. Like, I don't know where to begin. Like,
massive tables being used. This went all over the arena. They went from the ring to the fan dome, climbing on the fan dome, slamming each other through it, jumping. Roman ended up throwing Kevin Owens off the fan dome screen to the floor with tables, there. Through the tables, crazy spot. Kevin Owens looks like he really like slammed on his shoulder really hard. Yeah. I was concerned about that, but still able to go. This ends up going backstage, showing the football stadium. They have another ring set up in the back. This shit was mayhem. This shit was
bro. They had the spot where he went up on the forklift and did a swanton off the forklift.
Yo, he must have been like 11 feet.
Yeah, because he raised it all the way to the top, and then he just climbed on it, and then he did that. And that swanton was fire.
Well, first, before he did that, he has a pump-up power bombing Roman onto the announce table that was set up backstage in that extra ring.
Yeah.
It didn't budge. That shit looks solid.
Yeah, like he
goes to the top of the forklift, does a swanton, destroys that table. You think that'd be the end of it? Nope. That wasn't even the end of the tables.
Yeah.
We ended up seeing him frog splashing Roman through another set of tables. Like, it was hell. Roman ends up being
handcuffed
to one of the Titantron poles or whatever it was. But damn, like, hard hitting ain't the word, bro.
Like, yo, bro, I don't know right now, they still icing themselves in the ice bath right now. Like, their body is
Kevin Owens, bro.
Bruised the fuck up. Like, I know they got crazy bruise. I know Roman hit him with a golf cart. It looked more devastated than the Sammy Guevara shit.
I was saying the same thing.
I was like,
when Kevin Owens took it, he kind of jumped in the air.
He jumped on it.
The window.
Yeah, like that one
through the window that covered, like, it was like a plexiglass cover in the front where you drive.
God
Smash
damn,
through that
bro.
shit.
Like, yo, bro, like they beat the fuck up. You know what I mean? Definitely, yo, match of the night. Beside the Rumbles, this
Yeah, actual matchup. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely
Beside the Rumble,
match of
this
the
was like
night
a 9. This was like a
with
9 for me.
I'd put probably arguably, no, I'd put, good close contender, the Sasha Banks, Carmella match. Goldberg, Drew was, it
It
was
was
just
a
a
good
battle
match.
of the heavyweights finish fest.
Nah, this was a 9 because I think I rated the Mella like a 7.58.
No, this was a 9.
This is a
They did
9.
all of it. And like I said, going into this, I did not expect Kevin Owens to win this, but at least he went out giving Roman Reigns hell,
Everything.
giving him probably one of his best matches in the Tribal Chief persona, like as far as heavy hitting, because to this day, the best match to me was Roman Reigns, Jey Uso.
Yeah, that match was fire.
The theatrics of it, the impact of it,
The Hell of the Cell, right?
the character development, yeah, with them. That's to me in this tribal run, that was the best match. But this is a high contender. Kevin Owens versus Roman. This was the best one in their feud.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time. It's time.
Yeah,
Now
like
we need
this got to be the
move
last
on.
one. Kevin lost 3 in a row. It's time to move on, and we need somebody else for Roman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely move on. We got
This
Fastlane.
was a perfect way to end it. This was a perfect way to end the feud. You know what I'm saying? You could sit Kevin Owens for a little while. Y'all could say Kayfabe, he got injured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him sit for a couple of months, probably pop back up at Money in the Bank or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was definitely a great way to end their feud, my opinion.
Yeah. So any other spots you can think of in this match that you was like amazed of? Like I think that pretty much covered the real big
Yeah, we
spots.
said everything that really was fucking all that shit was crazy, bro.
Like
there
no
was
exaggeration. This was a good fucking
there
match.
was nothing we could talk. I think he speared them through some I forgot what he speared them through, like some crates or some shit. Like it was crazy, man. Like it was just
Definitely, if you guys haven't seen the Rumble, go see the entire pay-per-view. It was worth it. But this match, straight up match outside of the Rumble, match
I'm
of
gonna
the
make it
night.
my business to run this back. I want to watch the whole pay-per-view, but I'll definitely want this is gonna be on my to-do list tomorrow when I come out of work.
Yeah.
Like,
So before we move on and complete the Royal Rumble review, let's take a quick and final break to our sponsors, the people keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train running, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. We left off with the Roman Reigns Universal Championship defense against Kevin Owens, and his retaining of that. So great match. Nothing but positive things to say about it.
no,
And
that was crazy. That was fucking insane.
yeah, it
Like,
was.
that should be the end of that feud. Like that to top it off. All Roman need to do is come out on Friday and talk his shit, and then somebody else challenge him or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's all we need now. Let Kevin Owens sit for a little while. I know we still do want to see him on TV more, but I think this will be a perfect time. Give him a little time off. He could come back, make a surprise, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to see the fourth one.
So let's move on to the men's Royal Rumble, the main event of the pay-per-view.
Yes, sir.
And while it didn't steal the show like the women's match did, it was probably just as good though.
Yeah, it was definitely.
So same thing. We're gonna run it down like early in the show. Like we did for the women. We're gonna do the same exact thing. So starting off the show, starting off the match, which was Edge at number 1 and Randy Orton at number 2. This was already revealed in WWE backstage.
Yeah.
Edge's return was revealed last week on Monday Night Raw. We spoke about that on the Raw wrap up, which we do every Monday. So guys, check that out on wherever your podcasts are provided. So go check those episodes out. And we'll also be, side note, we'll also be streaming a lot more of the visual versions of these podcasts on YouTube. So this one especially, go check it out. Check the visual version on YouTube after this.
See it all up there. It's all up there. Check it out.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, they revealed it on backstage. They revealed Edge on Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, you could have kept this a secret, man.
That's the only complaint I had. Like,
It
why
would have
y'all
meant
up?
so much more if you would have kept this a secret.
Like, it doesn't make sense to say it, but fuck it, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It is what
I
it is.
mean, overall, we did get quite a few surprises in both rumbles, and let's get into it. So, 1 and 2, Edge and Orton, these guys pretty much had their own whole match in the beginning of this Royal Rumble. They had their own match, really not holding any punches, beating the shit out of each other from the beginning.
Between each other.
The beginning of the match really didn't even start like until the next person came in,
Which was
which
my
was
boy Sammy.
Sami Zayn.
Still protesting.
Sami Zayn joining in on the conspiracy, and attacking Edge, helping Orton. Edge, I just want to say, Iron Man this thing. And not only did he Iron Man this thing, he got his ass whooped.
Yo, through the whole match, everybody was hurting him for real.
Everybody had a point where they were like, "Oh, Edge is here. All right, let's go attack Edge."
They were beating the shit out of him through the whole. I know his body is another one. He's in the ice bucket right now. Like all of that. He's in the
ice bucket, sauna, whatever he does to relax.
I know Beth Phoenix because I was watching Beth Phoenix Twitter feed. She wasn't saying much. She was just like, "I'm proud of Bianca." Like she was bigging up her wrestlers. She shouted out Tori Wilson and she shouted out Victoria and blah blah blah. She probably called him right after the match, like, "You motherfucker! Like, what is like, yo? You know Beth Phoenix don't play." She probably cursed him the fuck out. So shout out Beth.
Edge and Orton's rivalry ends up escalated to the point that Edge ends up taking Orton out, beating the shit out of him outside, hitting him with a steel chair in his leg, seemingly blowing out his knee. So Orton was out of the picture at that point, leaving Edge to Iron Man the majority of the Royal Rumble.
Right.
At number 4, we have Mustafa Ali. Decent showing, not really too many big spots, but showing his heel side, obviously siding with Orton, and obviously being one of the guys attacking Edge.
All three of them beat the shit out of him for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Until we got number 5, Jeff Hardy. Not too many spots, like I said. A lot of these guys kind of just there. Number 6.
Turned on him too. They jumped him too. Like after they took out Edge for a little while, they started beating up Jeff Hardy for a little while. I guess he was trying to help Edge or something, and then they all just turned on him. Like it was like an ass whipping they were giving.
Yeah, this was definitely a heel dominated Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
We end up getting Dolph Ziggler at number 6.
Whatever.
We get the newly shined up person Shinsuke Nakamura. Decent showing, had a few spots, nothing too big. But lasted.
He
lasted. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He lasted a pretty good,
like 30 minutes or something. And he was in there for until like the 20s. You feel me?
And then at number 8, which was a fucking complete shock to me. I never thought this guy would ever come back to the WWE, especially in the position that he's lacing his boots. We had Carlito Caribbean Cool make his return. Carlito Colon, real big wrestler in Puerto Rico, with the legendary Colon family, of course, Primo and Epico, who are technically still, working for WWE backstage.
Yeah.
Helping their younger talent develop.
He looks so much diesel now. Like he really bulked up.
He's best shape of his life. I've never seen Carlito this big.
Yeah, for real. Like he really bulked up his time away. And it surprised the shit out of me too. I know he was supposed to pop up for Legends Night, but he was like having traveling problems or something, so he couldn't make it to the States in time.
But even before that, it was like he's always had this issue with WWE, and the only times he's really come back, it was like, I think his father got inducted into the Hall of Fame. That was like the last time he showed up on WWE television.
Yeah.
But he had a real big falling out with like creative booking and all that stuff, and the handling of his career while he was there. So
That was
it
dope.
was a shock to see him actually in the ring. Legends Night is one thing, but full-fledged in the ring and you're in there for 20 plus minutes.
He was looking good too. He got some offense and shit like that. Like, so shout out Carlito to come back, the Boricua.
The entire time I'm like, sign this guy. Sign him yesterday. Sign him tomorrow. Sign him in the middle of this match. Go get a contract right now. He is in the best shape of his career. He's super athletic. He finally looks the part. What would be the reason not to push this guy now?
For real.
Even though Vince was high on him. When he first came in straight to the United States Championship, a lot of personal demons got in his way too. He got to take responsibility for his personal demons as well.
Absolutely.
But now's the time, man.
There was a lot of people saying that behind the scenes he was lazy. He wouldn't go work out. He would show up to the airport late, or he would miss his flight. So you know what I mean, shit like that. He would oversleep in the hotel. When
you got to think about the era that he was in. That was kind of like the in between time of steroid use and like Chris Benoit situation.
Yeah.
So he was definitely one of those guys that once that the murder suicide of Chris Benoit and the family happened and they started implementing
extra rules behind the scenes,
rules and regulations on drug use and steroid use, he's gotten caught up in a few times. I don't know if it's necessarily for steroids, but I know probably for weed use and stuff like that. So
you know what I mean? But that was dope.
Yeah, I was super excited. Anytime a Boricua, anytime a Puerto Rican shows up, I'm biased. As long as he's in this Rumble, I want him to win.
We knew that wasn't gonna happen, but
of course not.
I don't know about behind the scenes. Hopefully they are gonna throw him a contract, but that's maybe it might be a long shot. You know what I mean? I think this.
I don't know. Vince is not stupid. He knows what happened.
He did it with MVP last year, so we don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it would be a signing.
If it's something like MVP last year where they just testing him out to see how he looks, how the people react, people gonna react. This dude looks amazing right now. Sign him. Let's get a second coming of Carlito. Let's see what he can do with age on him, with experience being here and probably hopefully learning from those past mistakes, and hopefully we can get a great version of Carlito, great boost to his WWE career.
Dope heel, man. He was a dope heel. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be a one-off. You know what I'm saying? I
think so too, but I hope
it's like a wrestling school out in PR or something, and his own promotion out there that he runs himself.
That's what I'm saying.
So we don't know.
McMahon, he's not stupid. He knows with the Colognes, he being involved in the WWE, the Cologne family is legendary. They own the WWC, World Wrestling Council, and PR, and their tape library. Although being a smaller promotion on Puerto Rico, they had so many legends dating back to the 70s all the way to now. So even from the Andres, the Giants, all the way to fucking
there was somebody else.
Luke Harper, Brody Lee's even been over there. So
who was the dude that got stabbed or something in the shower? They had
was it Bruiser Brody?
Bruiser Brody. He was out there. Like when that happened, that was in PR.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean. So they got legends out there that they, you know what I mean, tapes of people that we, you know what I mean, that could really be good for their network. You know what I'm saying?
The WWC is definitely a big part of wrestling history, and the Colognes made that. So, good to see Carlito.
Tony Atlas, they got tapes with Tony Atlas, and like it's crazy, bro. So, we don't know. Hopefully, you know what I mean. He'll pop up.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow.
He'll pop up this week, maybe Friday, maybe tomorrow.
We still on the road to WrestleMania. There's still a lot of twists and turns. So hopefully he's a part of this.
Yeah.
So let's continue down the list. At number 9, we had Xavier Woods.
He went right after Mustafa. How you say? I call him Mustafa.
Mustafa Ali. We got to correct
I noticed that they starting to say it on commentary now. They're calling him like that now.
Yeah, Ali. Once Ali checked us on it, he said, "I'm Mustafa Ali." Culturally, we got to be,
we got to respect his name. So he went right after him. Like he hit him with, like he came in And first he did a takedown, and then he started pounding on him on his face, and then he did something. I forgot what the fuck he did. That shit looked crazy. He looked stiff too. So shout out Xavier. You know what I mean? That was fire. Like the rivalry is still going on. I don't think it's gonna stop no time soon.
Yeah, the first thing I said when I saw Xavier, I'm like, okay, Xavier matching attire. Xavier comes out at number 9. Yep, Big E's next, and sure enough, Big E at number 10. So we get the New Day reunion in the Royal Rumble. They end up, attacking a lot of people together, doing some tag team stuff. Xavier ends up putting Big E on his shoulders.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Oh shit, that was, you know what I mean? That was fire.
Doing a crazy splash. It looked real good. So a short-lived New Day reunion in the Rumble. We get John Morrison at number 11. We get Ricochet, as Jericho says, on number 12.
He got a couple of offense in too. That was kind of dope. You know what I mean? Yo, Rick, like he did some shit where he did like a backflip off of Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah.
That shit was nice. That was dope.
And Ricochet was in there for a long time too.
Yeah, he was getting burned too. He was in there for like a good 20, 15 or something. He did like a couple of rounds.
Yeah, so 13, we have Elias, which fuck you, Elias. You eliminated Carlito. I was pissed. And this leads me to my next statement of why can't we have 2 Puerto Ricans in the ring at the same time? Because as soon as Elias eliminates Carlito on his way in, the next person at number 14 was Damian Priest. Then at number 15, we get The Miz. And this is the point of the Royal Rumble where we get a hilarious return from an earlier segment. We got The Miz comes out, destroys Bad Bunny's DJ equipment that's still out there.
Yeah.
Corey Graves. I love Corey Graves.
He's still bad though. He's still bad.
He goes, the commentary, I forgot who was it with him on commentary, but he's like,
King and Cole.
Why would he destroy Bad Bunny's DJ equipment? He's like, well, he should have cleaned up after himself.
Yeah.
So Corey Graves with those little comments, he always makes me laugh. Shouts out to Corey Graves. But Elias ends up eliminating Carlito.
So the Miz does that.
Out Miz, Bad Bunny's thing gets destroyed. Then Bad Bunny comes out. Sorry, I had to like remind myself, get back in my train of thought.
Bad Bunny comes out.
But Bad Bunny comes out, pissed the hell off. What's going on? Why you gonna destroy my shit?
Yeah.
Causing the distraction, causing Miz and Morrison to get eliminated.
By Damian Priest.
Bad Bunny then gets to the top. We finally get 2 Puerto Ricans in the ring.
You got your wish, bro. You got what you wanted, right? And he was saluting him. He was like, yeah, Boricua, yeah.
I mean, one technically wasn't a wrestler, but I'll take it. Bad Bunny ends up diving off the turnbuckle,
splash on
going across body onto Miz and Morrison. It looked pretty good. Looked like might have felt a little pain in his rib after that. Like, oh shit.
Like when he got up, he was like, whoa, he was walking back, like hunched over. He fucked himself up with that too. Maybe he didn't land right, but it was all good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he fulfilled his dream. Like, not only am I rubbing shoulders with these wrestlers, I performed at the Royal Rumble. I was not in the Rumble, but I was involved in some way. So I'm pretty sure, and he's gonna always come. He'll probably be in the celebrity wing in 20 years. Showing him jumping off and doing this spot. So this is history. Shouts out once again to Bad Bunny. That was awesome. Then we get at 16, we get Matt Riddle, who ends up having a good showing.
Yeah, he was going in.
Ends up having his own little mini match with number 17, Daniel Bryan. These dudes had their own technical match, was like they were each other, trying to put each other in submission holds, reversing the submission holds. These guys are going nuts. I want Daniel Bryan versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
They are different brands, but I need to see this happen somehow.
Yeah, like they were really hitting each other. Like this was that, like the exchange between them two was definitely like standing out amongst all the madness that was going on in the match, because there was still a lot of people in the ring. He also did some shit with Damian Priest in the corner that looked devastating. Like he kicked the shit out of his chest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he put Damien to sleep for a little minute. So like he was in there stiffing a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like he was stiff
So
shot at.
this pay-per-view just in general,
You know what I
super
mean?
hard hitting.
You know what I mean? So salute Daniel Bryan, salute Matt Riddle. Great showing between both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so at number 18, we get the surprise appearance of the legend Kane. I wish all these appearances, if you're not gonna grow your hair back, understandably at this point in your career, you're gonna wear the wig. At least put the wig on in one of your classic attires.
Yeah.
I look at this fucking suit Kane keeps coming back, and it's like, where's the Kane that I thought was cool as fuck?
Yeah.
Like he had so much swag when he was fully masked up. What happened? You take your mask off, you lose your
Swaggyton. But yo, he's a legend. Like the Royal Rumble, he's holding like 2 records, right? The most Rumble appearances and the most eliminations in history. He eliminated like 3 people in this one.
Roman took that.
No. That's just for one match. I'm talking about throughout his whole career.
Oh yeah. He probably does.
And he eliminated 3 people in this one. He eliminated Ricochet. I think he eliminated like 2-3 people before, and he ain't even stayed for the whole round, and he still was able to get his shit. I think he eliminated Sheamus.
Well, we'll go over the eliminations, but yeah, Kane definitely. It was quick, but cool to see him.
Yeah,
you just bring back a nostalgic attire. That's my only nitpick.
Not tripping too much.
We have King Corbin at 19.
Whatever.
We have Otis at number 20. Then we get Dominic Mysterio at 21. Obviously, him going straight after King Corbin.
Yeah.
Keeping their little rivalry alive. He ends up eliminating King Corbin, which was a big spot for Damien's first ever Royal Rumble. So, shout out to
Baby Ray.
I keep calling him Damien. Dominic
Mysterio. Shout out Baby Ray Jr. You know
Baby
what I mean?
Ray.
he got his little revenge back for the past couple of weeks between the drama that they've been having.
Yeah, but this just means that their feud is going to continue.
Of course,
We get 22 is Bobby Lashley. Comes out dominant, starts throwing people the fuck around.
This was my pick, man. This was my pick, man. He's ready, yo. He's ready, man.
Definitely is ready. Number 23, the return of the Hurricane. And I think you say you have bars for this?
I'll wait to the end.
All right.
I'll state what I got to say for that.
Number 24, we got a great surprise return. Didn't expect this one. Christian.
Yeah, I called this one.
This was another moment in this pay-per-view. Like I said, I got a little misty eye, like somebody was cutting onions next to me.
Yeah,
Christian reunion with Edge in the ring. I believe it was just him, Edge, and one more person.
It was Matt Riddle.
It was Riddle
because they hugged, right? And then Matt was like, bro, and like he wanted to join in too. Yeah. And then both jumped the shit out of him
and started attacking him. But they standing face to face, and you're like, as fans, we're like, yo, this is a fucking moment right here.
I remember
instead of attacking each other, they end up hugging in the ring.
Yeah,
so big moment.
Beth Phoenix was like, she said something on Twitter, like, she was like, damn, like Christian, like this is a great moment, like, and then she tagged them and all that shit.
Yeah, I haven't went through the Twitter feeds yet about.
Beth Phoenix was very happy for that moment. You know what I mean?
You really got to think about it. Here goes 2 guys.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Best friends from day one. Met each other at a young age. Grew up together. Trained together, traveled together, became champions together. Both end up getting injured early in their primes, career-ending injuries. You guys, in some fashion, make it back. It's a perfect story. It's a perfect story. You guys somehow make it back, and you're in a condition where you can actually do what you guys love.
That was amazing, man. That was an amazing moment.
I love that moment. I really did.
Christian was in there for a little while too. Like both of them, you know what I mean? Like
Christian lasted almost to the end. I want to say he was at least in the top 5.
Yeah, so shout out Christian, you know what I mean? He still looked good. I would think he was in better shape than Edge, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Edge kind of got like this looks fit, but kind of old, like skinny old man look. I don't
Yeah.
know how to
Edge
describe
still
it.
look like he still got most of his body mass than
Yeah,
Edge does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to Edge, you're right. So
Shout out
now we
Christian.
got at number 25, we got AJ Styles. Of course, Almost is with him, and Almost would be a big part of
Of
AJ
this
Styles' little run,
yeah.
actually eliminating people himself from the outside. We'll get to that. But number 26 is Rey Mysterio. Number 27, we had Sheamus. Number 28, we had Cesaro. We had a cool little bar reunion for a second, short lived. Cesaro ends up giving the big swing to Sheamus,
Famous
ends up doing it to Daniel Bryan.
for a long time. Like he was
Yo,
spinning
forever and a day.
for like 20 seconds, bro. Like I know he was dizzy. Like both of them must have been dizzy after that.
That's what I asked myself. I'm like, how does he not get dizzy? How do you not at least stumble a little bit after this?
I would be dizzy doing that shit. Like I would sit down for a little while. I would let somebody punch me and then I would just sit down for a little while. You feel me? Like what the fuck? It was like a good 20, 15 seconds, bro. You getting dizzy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Well,
Like, but
so,
yeah, I mean, shout out Cesaro. He had a great showing though. He had a great showing.
yeah. 29, we got the return of the Friday Night Messiah, Seth
Yeah,
Rollins. He had a decent showing too.
yeah.
Um, number 30, Braun Strowman.
When I saw him come out, like, oh, it's over. He's taking it. He's taking it, bro.
This dude is getting big and staying small in the same time. This man is full fucking gear, a true inspiration to the big boys. I need to get me like Roman. I mean, excuse me, well, like Roman Reigns too, but like Braun Strowman, man.
Like he got a
He's
crazy.
a beast.
He must have a great workout and diet plan that he sticks to, cause that shit is fucking working, man. It look like he's getting bigger and slimmer. Like it's ridiculous, bro.
Full gear, bro.
And he still has his strength. He still
Yeah.
he picked. I think he slammed Otis. You know what I'm saying? Like it was ridiculous, bro. Like what the fuck is going on here? Like this dude is really a Godzilla. You feel me? Like
really is.
Like yo, he's Godzilla in these streets, bro. Like it's crazy, man.
Let's go through the elimination. So we have Jeff Hardy being the first elimination.
For the men, damn.
Justice for Jeff. Jeff Hardy eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. Sami Zayn eliminated by Big E. Xavier Woods eliminated by Mustafa Ali. Mustafa eliminated by Big E. Carlito eliminated by Elias.
Damn, Elias
eliminated by Damian Priest. Miz eliminated by Damian Priest. Morrison eliminated by Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Ziggler is eliminated by Kane. Rakake is eliminated by Kane. Then Kane is eliminated by Priest. Shinsuke is eliminated by King Corbin.
Whatever.
Otis is eliminated by Corbin. Corbin is then eliminated by Dominic. Dominic's eliminated by Lashley. Priest is eliminated by Lashley. Hurricane is eliminated by Lashley and Big E. Then Lashley's eliminated by Big E, Matt Riddle, Daniel Bryan, and Edge. So it took 4 guys to get Bob Lashley out.
Of there. Get him up out of there.
You got Big E eliminated by Almost. Like I said, he eliminated people from outside. Rey Mysterio eliminated by Almost from the outside. Cesaro eliminated by Strowman. Sheamus by Strowman. Styles by Strowman. Daniel Bryan by Rollins, which was a cool spot. End up getting slammed on the apron, and then he hits the curb stomp.
Yeah.
Where was I? Daniel Bryan. Matt Riddle eliminated by Rollins. Strowman eliminated by Rollins. Christian eliminated by Rollins. Rollins eliminated by Edge. And at this point, you think Edge is the winner? Nope. Randy Orton is in the ring, RKO's Edge, goes to throw him out, but using the momentum, Edge turns around, throws Randy Orton out, officially winning the 2021 Royal Rumble. And by the time it hit like the final 10, I'm like, damn, if Edge wins, he deserves this shit.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him through the whole
The
Rumble.
entire had his own mini match with Orton. Had an hour, at least an hour in the entire match.
Yeah.
You gotta give props to Edge, because if you think about it, every single legend and a person in his position, they all come back, they go straight to the main event, they go straight to highlighting Mania or highlighting these spots. He came back, joined the Rumble on his first return, lasted a little while, didn't take anybody's shine, had his little spot with Orton.
Yeah.
Comes back this year and Iron Man's this Rumble.
Yeah.
Number 1 all the way to 30, officially earning his spot. This is how you book a legend into a position like this without shitting on the rest of the roster.
Yeah, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody got look good. There wasn't no burial between nobody. Everybody got
a lot of great moments.
Actually, I do got one complaint. Just one. Hurricane Helms. All right. This like the past couple of weeks, I marathoned all of the Rumbles. Like I saw the ones from '88. I saw the Evolution. Back then, they wasn't even playing music. You would just hear the bell and then there was just somebody coming out. You wouldn't even know who it is. But I saw all of them from beginning to end, all of them, right? Hurricane Helms, I think I seen him like twice, including this one 3 times. It's the same stick. He comes out, he would try to choke slam 2 people, they'll get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like he would not last his whole round. He won't last to the next buzzer. It's a waste of a spot, bro. It's a waste of a spot. I get the comedic shit. We got it earlier with R-Truth. We didn't need to see it again.
Right.
Where the fuck is Andrade? Where the fuck is Aleister Black? Where is Jey Uso? Jey Uso said a couple weeks ago he was entering the Royal Rumble.
He earned a spot fighting Daniel Bryan, I believe.
He said he was gonna be in it. Y'all put the Hurricane, bro.
I feel like Jey Uso is one of those superstars that, I don't want to assume, but contracted COVID 2-3 weeks ago.
Like, but bro, like,
because that's the only explanation. Jey Uso is in the biggest point of his career. He's side by side by Roman. We get no storyline explanation why Jay's not there. We get no appearances this past 3 weeks.
For the past couple of weeks.
He doesn't show up to the Rumble. So I'm thinking that he got sick. They're keeping it under wraps. Probably for personal reasons or whatever, to protect Jay's privacy. But I that's the only thing I can assume, that he did catch it. Maybe he didn't heal in 2 weeks. Maybe he caught it a little bit more serious than the other stars, like Drew McIntyre. But Jey Uso wasn't there.
But what about Black and
Hurricane literally took his spot.
Man, where's Black and Andrade? We haven't seen them for months. I understand the Zelina Vega situation with Aleister Black, but why are you punishing Andrade too? Why? Because that was his manager? So what? He's still we need to see him, bro. That's a waste of a talent right now. Y'all punishing him for something that he had no control of. You understand? Yeah, that would have been a perfect surprise for either one of them to pop up. Perfect surprise return for either one. Y'all wasting 2 good talents.
I agree. And, it's WrestleMania season. So we already know that we're not seeing them in any spot. We'll probably see them in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal if they do that.
Come on, bro. I don't want to see Andrade next week chasing the 24/7 title. I'm going to be highly upset. I doubt
they ever get to that point where Andrade.
I see Tucker and Drew Gulak and both of them chasing that shit right now, and that shit getting me off. That pisses me off right now.
Tucker's chasing it? I forgot about Tucker.
Tucker's running around with the stupid shit right now too. Andrew Gulak. What the fuck? I saw him tonight, and I saw him last week chasing this stupid shit right now. What the
So
fuck?
let's not end the show on a negative note.
I just want to get my
Overall,
boss. That's my only complaint of the whole night. Actually, I really don't have no
yeah,
complaint.
no. This Royal Rumble was amazing.
Amazing, bro.
Final
Amazing.
thoughts on my part. The women stole the show. The women's Rumble was the best Rumble of the
Best
night.
of the two. Definitely agree with that.
They had a good women's matchup, Sasha Banks versus Carmella. I did appreciate that. But as far as standalone match, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens stole the show in that regard.
Yo, go make it your business. Watch. I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow.
Between Bianca Belair, her win and her speech, Edge and Christian's reuniting, and Edge's win and reaction to his win, fucking tearjerkers.
It was
Like,
amazing.
if you didn't feel anything, whether it was excitement, happiness, whatever it was, if you didn't feel anything, you have no soul. Like, for real.
That nostalgia came back immediately. One of the greatest tag teams of all time, bro.
You gotta think about the story in this, man. This man, he thought he was done. He was gone from WWE for 7 years. His career cut short. This man had a neck injury similar to Daniel Bryan. These guys both could have never came back to their sport. Could never end their career the way they wanted to. You get yourself to a point where you're healthy, get yourself into actual wrestling shape. Then you Iron Man, an hour-long match.
The whole shit.
You deserve it, bro.
He's MVP of the night. Even though I know that MVP of the night, even though I know the Roman and Kevin Owens stole the show, but Edge's story was definitely like the best part of the whole night, my opinion. And
I think it's equal to Bianca Belair, man.
Yeah, Bianca Belair, that was they both did amazing work. You know what I mean? I told you the stat earlier, which was fire. You know what I mean? That's a great stat to hold. And I want her to chase Sasha. I don't know how I will feel about Edge though with Drew right now though.
Like I said, I think we touched on this a little earlier. Off
camera,
and off mic. I feel like Drew's not gonna be champion coming into WrestleMania. I feel like in between Rumble and Mania, we have Fastlane, we have Elimination Chamber. I have a feeling that Drew might lose in the Chamber to Randy Orton, and we'll get Randy Orton Edge, the blow off match to end their feud at WrestleMania for the title. That's kind of the pick. I don't see Edge picking Roman at all.
No, I don't.
But we'll have to see. In the next couple of weeks, we're finally on the road to WrestleMania. We're in the greatest season of professional wrestling, so we're gonna have a lot of content, a lot of reviews, a lot of predictions.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit coming up.
So, come down this road with us, the road to WrestleMania, and what better road to take than Kayfabe Avenue?
The whole pay-per-view to me was an 8.5. Like,
I agree.
I'm gonna watch it back tomorrow. I'm gonna watch the whole thing in full tomorrow when I get out of work because I want to see everything all over again. And then you know what I mean. But definitely, it was up there. This was
go guys. Go out your way. Go definitely out your way. Go see the Royal Rumble. Enjoy it like we did. See if you got the emotions that we did, and if you didn't, you have no soul. But with that being said, we can do this all day. EA, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter at EDOTA. That's at E.A. I'm also in the Kayfabe Avenue Facebook group. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hate mail, love mail, send that all my way. I answer back. I'm petty enough to answer all the hate mail. It's all good. You know what I mean?
He definitely handles all our hate mail. So send
petty.
that.
My petty is always. I'm always petty, 24 hours a day, baby. Petty. You know what I mean? I'll dream petty shit.
So with that being said, all the hate mail goes to EA, but you can find me and Kayfabe Avenue collectively, at Kayfabe Avenue on Instagram, on Twitter, like EA said, on the Facebook. Join the Facebook group, join the conversation. Give us your thoughts, your ideas, join the conversation. Jump over to YouTube, like, share, and subscribe for all the visual versions of our podcast. So go hop over there. speaking of subscribing, hit that support link on Anchor, hit that support link on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to us or watching us. Subscribe to the podcast, donate what you can, keep the lights going, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving. With that being said, I am Kayfabe AJ. That's been E.A. This is the Kayfabe Avenue and the Royal Rumble wrap up. Austin, take us home.
The bottom line, why? Because old Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.